So recently, I was invited by the Dubai World Trade Center to give a keynote speech at the Future Blockchain Summit hosted by the Expand North Star. During my visit, I had an opportunity to meet several entrepreneurs, startups, as well as industry leaders and policymakers. The event was attended by more than 15,000 people who visited the conference from across the globe. And I had an opportunity to talk to policymakers and some government officials around the Dubai blockchain strategy and why it has been so successful. And one of the things that I found really interesting is that the once they have established that there is a need for change, there is this vision and ambition, and then the next step, which is the strategy of applying blockchain, has been very effective and very swift. So as soon as they establish a need, they take action. If you look at the example of land registry on the blockchain, you will recall that in 2018, UK published a pilot study on land registry on the blockchain. And beyond the pilot, unfortunately, there hasn't been much development since. But look at the UAE. They now have a land registry which is on the blockchain, but also there is a real estate tokenization pilot which has been launched recently, which means allowing people to have a fractional ownership in a property, on a real estate, in the form of a token which is issued on the blockchain. So both the land registry on the blockchain as well as the fractional ownership. So my talk on evidence-based blockchain, my keynote speech, highlighted the essential steps that the policymakers and industry have to take in order to make progress and achieve impact. And this essentially starts with asking the right question. The first one is, what is the problem? What are the problems we are trying to solve using blockchain or any emerging technology? And then you collect evidence. What is the evidence that the problem exists? How big is it? How relevant it is? What are the interventions that could help to address those problems? And what are the outcomes that we are interested in? And then you go about collecting the data, making sure that the data is up to date, it's reliable, it is trustworthy, and then you appraise the quality of the data, and then you apply. So essential step is the application of the the solution. So it can start with a small pilot program, and then if we know that things are working, then we can scale the solution. And then the last step is, of course, is to assess whether the proposed intervention is working or not working, and what changes need to be made. So one thing that I found really inspiring about UAE and Dubai's vision is that they have an ambition, a vision, clarity on how to best use these emerging technologies, and then they take action. They start pilot program, see how it is things are working, and then they take it from there. So action is very important. Take action, do a pilot project, learn from the application of the technology, and then improve. So it's a continuous cycle of improvement. And this is what we call evidence-based blockchain. Thank you.